Well, welcome back to corru.observer. And we're in this room again. What was that? Oh, that's probably this thing. Yeah, look at this thing. Hey, Moth, I'm back. Real quick, you said there's a fun friend said in the first episode there's a pillar next nearby? Can I feed? Can I feed? I want to feed you. This isn't it, right? Is this the column? Maintains core assist? I can't feed. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's just hope. Let me just hope that everything's saved. I don't know how saving works, but I assume browser cookies are a thing. Hey, fun friend. Hello again. What's this? That's not a dull vessel, is it? Oh, the places I've been are showing up in the hub. What do you have to say about this, Moth? What's up, buddy? I think I have new questions. Yeah. I have a question about this thought space. I can think of it to myself too. What's on your mind? About Fun Friend. About this Fun Friend thing. Oh, we got a lot stuff here. Okay, let's do this real quick, and then I have some stuff that I wanted to say. Demeanor. It's awfully friendly despite knowing what we are. Yeah, it seemed weirdly friendly to me too. That could just be how it was designed, like a little assistant dude. Maybe it can't even kick us out since the auth layer got disassociated. Yeah, the smiley kind of just totally complete wiped that. I think so far that might be the only ability that we've seen it has. Is it just wiped the upper layer. I guess it took over Gordon's words for a moment as well, but other than that, it was just I assume it's just a wiping of the authentication layer. It was just a wiping of the room up high up, and then there was a wiping of the memory that I was in with the echo, I guess you could say, of Akazet. Either way, if I was starving at the bottom of the ocean, I wouldn't care who came to save me. Okay, so yeah, we did find this at the bottom of the ocean. That was one of the things I wanted to say that I remembered. Basically, I have a notepad now as I'm playing through so I don't forget things. It's called Mind Sci, not Corru Sci. And I have a lot of thoughts just even from these last two episodes, but I understand the premise of what we're doing a lot better now. This is the personal Corusist that belonged to Akatesh Kujoxi, and I assume this is all around New Zealand Ocean or something. Honestly, maybe the vessel that we were just on for the interview sank. I don't know. I also don't know how long ago this was. Also, the Obesk did all disappear, but I've only heard that once offhandedly, so I need to learn more about that. Anyways, so maybe it won't care until we give it fuel. You know what? Just to be safe, I suggest finding everything we can in here before we help it out properly. This could be our only chance. Maybe it really is only letting us through since it's starving. I feel like it was the other thing that wants us here for some reason. Is this dual vessel? I didn't even see. Whatever. Fuel situation. What should we do about the fuel? Oh, we should probably hold off on refueling until we found everything we can in here. That feels mean. But fine. Seems pretty stable for now, and Obesk Tech gets a little wacky when it starves. So I think that could play in our favor if we run into any other stuff like the auth layer. That said, when it comes to the actual fueling process, I passed word up to get us a bunch of cheap copper tubing ASAP, so we could use that if Fun Friend tells us how. Okay. Why don't I have a signature? I forgot about that. I actually have no idea why I couldn't see your signature. Because I'm pretty sure most mind spikes have one for auth purposes. Yeah? Is it because mine's modified? Most likely it was looking for a specific kind. It's probably pretty easy to tell that your connector is inorganic. Because I'm an interloper. Enough about Fun Friend. About the gates. What's up with these gates? Well, they're connector thought forms, roughly speaking, nothing special. But it seems like the gate specification is sort of ornate. Maybe it has some sort of cultural meaning, since they call their interstellar wormholes or whatever gates too. Oh, so when I was confused about that. I think Akazet was telling about how they opened the gates to different places across the galaxy, and I was confused, like, oh, I thought this whole thought space I'm in is all that these gates are, not like actual space, right? But it seems like they're both gates. That makes sense. So you could also take it as a meaning they were deliberately created by someone as a shortcut. If this thing was intended to store memories, that'd make the most sense, otherwise it'd be a jumbled mess. Yeah, that's the other thing. This is one of the features of this thing was memory storage. Okay, that's all. Anything else? I have some questions, just in general now, I guess. What is the call? It's a pretty important part of human obelisk history that gets overlooked a lot. Also, I don't know how long ago that interview was. For all I know, this could be like decades old, I imagine. I believe I saw 1 year that this takes place around 2050. And judging based on the fact that the humans of the world I was in had cell phones, I'd probably say that that past is around, at earliest, around like 2008 after, you know what I mean? 2010s, 2020s. Well, I guess that could be 2030s, 2040s. But basically it's possible maybe a couple decades have passed. Or maybe this is more recent history, I don't know. Supposedly the reason they were able to find Earth was because something was sending a signal their tech picked up. They were trying to figure out what it was for a little while after first contact, and were pretty verbal about it. And then they just never talked about it again after Akazet's team went missing. Oh no. So basically you had these aliens all the way on the other side of the universe, and then they get this call and they're like, oh, we gotta go see this, and so they show up here. I almost wonder if the search for this call is what made them go missing. Maybe it was a gate, a wormhole, and to something like bad? Something the smiley face thing was? Maybe the smiley face thing, whatever is, killed the real Akazet, and now it is also here? I don't know. There's so many theories you can go with this. And then all that other shit happened. Yeah, the one where tell me about the rest of the obelisk. That really is sort of where it all went wrong, after Akazet's team went missing. Maybe this corru will finally shed some light on what happened. I mean, I think so. This is the last thing that they had. Okay, so hold on 1 second here. Okay, I put up my notes on my other screen so you can't see them. Okay, real quick, we'll blaze through the stuff that I remembered. The Mindsci update is what caused, quote, bad traffic. I assume like mine traffic or something, or maybe just actual traffic. Most Mindspike professionals are out of service because of the update, and our main character here does not update theirs, which is why theirs is still functional. Also, we are the first one connecting to a personal corusist. Historic. Honestly, there's a few elements of this that is reminding me kind of another game I've played. At the very least, there are some parallels I could draw. It's kind of funny, not that important. I also want to mention that Moth sent an FPX patch, which is why the connection, I guess, is so seamless. Because chorusists give off similar signals to nervous slots, which is an incredible coincidence. I don't think it's just a coincidence. I mean, there's the call here, right? I don't know what Mindspike technology is, or what Mindsci is, but I feel like something's going on. Okay, my next point is this is simply Akazet's personal device for network connection and memory storage. The memory integrity is low, which I assume is due to lack of food, which is why I kind of want to feed them. I mean, I get maybe it's acting weird because of lack of food, but I kind of want the integrity of the memories to be improved. Whatever. Okay, for this next one, can I actually go here? This is the waters. This is, where is this? The void. Yeah, let's go here. Okay, real quick. Anything crazy here? Nothing crazy here. So what I wanted to mention for this note, we'll hang out in the void here for the rest of these, is you see this here? I wonder if this is Earth, because this is their cities. This is their waters. And this looks like the lights of from space. You know what I mean? Like lights of a city from space. And this also makes sense with where the other gate is. If I can find it, it might not be here yet. It's just like floating around, I guess. But dull vessel, or our dull vessel. I don't know what that means. Dull might mean it's like dead? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's where I'm gonna be going next, mainly. Wherever that dull vessel is. But anyway, the point is it's flying around. That seems like what a spaceship would do, right? This is like basically the void, or other word, domain of the dead, is like accurate. Why is there like a square here? That's interesting. It's accurate. If that makes any sense at all. Like, it's the domain of the dead because there's nothing here. Okay, second off, I think Akazet in the interview, that was the first chat, right? So I think the memory I saw with Akazet on the street was a later chat, later in the timeline. Especially because Akazet said that they had news about the call, which is what the meeting was about that was intercepted by the Smiley. The Smiley who wants us or Akazet to tell about the meteorite. I didn't remember if I catched anything about a meteorite. So I don't know who they were talking to, but interesting. Okay, the rest of these are all about the smiley face. I think I'll go over those a little bit later. I think the last thing I wanted to say maybe is the three-eyed performance in the waters. I thought at first was something sinister, like some sort of master plan. Our grand three-eyed performance. But it makes sense now because the three eyes are how they keep track of time, and it literally did say that on there. I just didn't really get it. I also wonder which one of these is the Eye of Velxi, and if that's what this is. This looks like a black hole, if anything. Or something with very strong gravitational pull. I don't know what... Are these like eyes? Looks crazy. The dual contrivance. Still can't... Yeah, get anywhere. Recommend repair. Okay, whatever. So let's go back to... Let's tell you what you have to say. You look like you have something to say. You have new stuff to say. I have a new question to ask. Dual contrivance. What do you know about the dual contrivance? I didn't know too much about it other than it's still up there. And apparently no organic life can pass through it and live. So only the coup could come through. At least that's what they said in some old interviews. Up there, like in the sky. And no organic life can pass through it, so only the coup. Because of the, their metal exterior? Or like they had some armors, I guess? Because of the corru. Me personally, I think they just don't want us to, coming to visit their homeworld. Sorry, I was checking the logs. Apparently your mind spike is saying it's a connector thought form? Maybe we could get some proper looks at Obeski with this thing. If we can find a way to repair this stuff anyway. Okay. I'll consider it. Let's go back. Their vast inner void. Our stilted shore. Inner void. That's such a odd way of saying it. There wasn't much I could do here. Yeah, three-eyed performance. This just takes us to the regular void. Of course. Was there something here? I don't remember. Our cousins found us quickly. Yeah. We're good at that. What was I gonna say? Oh, I remember what I was gonna say. Do you have anything to say? We can really tell this was a long time ago. Jesus. Look at how small their island is. Are you saying it's bigger now? And also, like, how long ago was it? Okay, so that's all you have to say. What's our next move? I might have to ask if I've given up, but I haven't given up. I haven't given up. How do I leave? Give me... Hey, Void. Void! Thought form! Get over here! I'm trying to enter. Thank you. So, there was... Last I checked, there was some... Was I actually on a clock? That'd be hilarious if, like, it actually mattered how quickly I got to the dull spaceship after it said, oh, we're kind of on a clock here. And then I just left the game. I mean, I have to take breaks. I can't just do that forever. I guess I get bad ending now. Let's go to the city, I guess. Nothing new. This is pretty busted, but at least it's something. I guess. Akazet, Akazet, Akazet. You had a lot you're remembering here. Weird. So I can click this stuff, so hold on. Review scan, let's go to this, because I almost forgot about this. Localhost. You're the only one here, right? System management assistant, fun friend, right? Their city. Okay. Okay, I can read this thought form. I can read this thought form. And then this one, they watch, which I don't remember what that was about. Ever skeptical. Strange. City surface. Oh, there's a lot. The cashier. You also. Cloaked streetwalker. Envoy. I like how you're a button, probably because they remembered the buttons a lot. I also liked how on your design, the buttons didn't kind of line up very well. Menu? Recurring scenery. Oh, there's... Oh, look, 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 look. Entity unprocessed. Recommend relocation. Examine. Same with this. So I missed out 2 things on the surface. Our dull vessel. Incoherence detected. Gate. The dull contrivance. The contrivance, I mean. We're missing something in their waters as well. And their vessel just has the funny little room. Okay. Interesting. What was this? This is system management. This is my settings? Yeah, this is my settings. I also like it does say installed on January 2nd, 2050. That's pretty cool, I guess. Let's get out of here. I'm trying to remember if there was a hub. Nav? User request intention. Return to hub or eject. Okay, returning to hub. Let's proceed. Hello, hello. Anything new to say? Strange activity. Have you noticed anything strange? I think there's someone else in here making changes. You were the only connected entity. I assumed that the changes I felt were your doing. How strange! Wow, wow! What horrific dread you have inspired in me! Yeah, the echo of Akazet couldn't see them either. But they could feel what they were doing, and it was deletion. Thank you for reporting something I almost certainly can do nothing about. Resource management is currently occupying all of my faculties. Until you have fed the column, please try to limit the damage this other person inflicts. Then I will be able to help. More gates appeared. Why are there more gates here now? I'm glad you noticed. I have been reconstructing connections as you engage with these places. My space here was in terrible disrepair, so most connections were shattered. And I am far too occupied to locate each individual recollection. So I am using you for this. Thank you for the help. Okay, cool, sounds good. Okay, I will be here. Okay. Okay. I'm missing something in their city, right? I should probably go to the... I couldn't find the vessel. It wasn't showing up in the void where I wanted it to be. So where in the... Can I go back here? We'll greet you. We'll show up down here. What entity am I missing down in this section? I mean, other than any entities which might be down here. Can I talk to you, like, again? Okay, this is the same thing as we had before. I see, I see. It's just Oliver. Okay. This makes sense. And then here, there wasn't, like, anything crazy. Can I walk into the road? No, I can't. And there wasn't much else down here. So maybe down the road, there will be a way into the office, and then that's what those blank spots in my thing are? But for now, I don't think I have that, like, at all. Okay, hello, Void. Let's go to the Void, I guess. You! You! You. To the dull vessel we go! Of course, I can look around like this. Here's the Void. Also the domain of the dead, I guess. These look like the stuff that is right next to my thing. Right? We have one of those. Yo, boss, what, you like what I'm seeing here? But does it not have furniture? The ship is so empty. Honestly, I kind of hope it just got lost to incoherence or something. Oh, it's a dull vessel for a reason. I have a question about the dull vessel. What's up? Dull vessel? Why is it called a dull vessel? Well, it's a vessel that passes through the dull. Oh, that's what they call the place they pass through for interstellar travel. Although you'd think they were saying it's a really boring ship or something. And honestly, looking at the state of it, I was thinking that anyway. Interesting. Dull contrivance. Oh, duh. Okay. Seen this before? Have you seen inside an Obelisk ship before? Not personally, just old pictures and wreck exploration videos. Wrecks. There have been wrecks. Interesting. This one is super small. It's probably just for personal use. Akazet's. Right? I mean, Akazet's memory did assign this thought form our dull vessel, I guess. That applies multiple, but also you're kind of connected. I assume that all the Obelisk are connected to each other anyway. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Weird that it's called our dull vessel in the memory data though. Anyway, it's pretty cool to see inside one for real. Even if it is kind of empty. Like, where the hell would Akazet sit? Is that shell thing the only chair? The one I'm looking at? Is this the wreck that they found the cyst in? That'd be a good question. It's gotta be. But it doesn't have nearly as much inside it as the wreck did. The pictures I have make it look more lived in, if that makes sense. Wasn't it like an underwater wreck? I forget. Who knows? Maybe Akaza didn't think about the furniture very much. Yeah, that's also a likely possibility. Is a thing. If this is just a memory. So it's probably more lived in, but... Okay. Container. Unresponsive thought form. Recurring scenery. Processed metals easily accessible. That container looks familiar. Yes, of course it does, Moth. You're a genius. Sorry. Processed metals easily accessible. It's just a container for metals. I wonder if the one we have next to the stuff we have. What is this, though? Glazica? Explicit purpose recollection. It's a memory. Yeah. Glazica. Glazica? Also, this ceiling is interesting. This is all interesting. Is this a gate? Is that fun, friend? Okay, fine. Let's talk to Glazica. Yo, what up? Actually, last time... Or I should say, sometimes you greet a thought form and you go anywhere. My Glazica! Translation failed. Cause. No equivalent internal meaning. No relevant inherited context. Romanization successful. Okay, well, thanks at least. Couldn't give me an equivalent or tell me what it means, but at least you allowed me to attempt to pronounce it probably wrong. Thank you. Hello, Akizatesh. It is so exciting to see you again. Your surface walking grows longer each time. Oh yes, I have been indulging the cousin's methods of transport. Wow, you actually do talk. Are you like a pet? A creature? Why are you among all my processed metals? Also, you look like you have the same text background as the authentication layer. Which is interesting. Work continues well ahead of the initiative's projections. Interesting. The work on the call, right? You've been indulging the cousin's methods of transport. Boats, I guess? Maybe? Oh, what's your status? What is the status of our vessel? Oh, our vessel! That's why it's our vessel, because of Akazet and Glazica? But my Glazica. So like maybe it's like a specific thing you have, like, I don't know. Oh. I mean, you'd think if you had Fun Friend, you wouldn't need anyone else, but apparently you need a Glazica. Consumption is paused for all activities except maintenance. Our pilot has left us in a stable orbit. Fuel reserves are acceptable. I see. Thank you, my Glazica. What have you been doing in my absence? Mostly maintenance. However, the pilot cyst refuses to sleep, so I have been staying awake. Ooh, pilot cyst. It is very clear corru cystic technology is responsible for a lot of things. Pilot Sis refuses to, so you have, okay, yeah, duh, because the buildings. Akazet was talking, they were talking about the buildings being dead. These are just like things are part of the ship, but like because they're all connected to Corru and like Corru cysts and stuff, they're all alive in some way. To pass the time, we've been playing little games with the containers while you were gone. Oh, that's probably the pilot cyst that's over there. Really? Did you make something yourselves? No, it is only a game of Parasite. As you can see, I am currently winning. Well done. We should play soon. Parasite, as in like, take as many as you can? Yeah, you seem to be losing if that's what it is. Okay, whatever. What's going on over here? So that's my Glazica. And you're my pilot, I guess? Pilot cyst, yeah. Incoherence detected. The great mind of my vessel. How you do? Whoa! Hello, interloper. Oh. You are breaking the memory. Look, there's me. Myself. I'm responding and not Akazet. Why? Help me! Tell me what's going on! Tell me what happened to Akazet! Hello there. Change. Location? Okay. Change the location. Altering. Attention, thought form activity detected. Dull vessel. Now. Ocean. How are you lucid? Yeah, that's a good question. Velzy. The star? Instructed. Who is Velzy? A religious implication? Secrecy. Instructed. Soon. Meet. Velzy instructed. Secrecy instructed. Soon meet. Huh? The smiley face is Velzy? I don't know. Alright. I'm in the ocean now, aren't I? Okay. Nothing changed. Do you have anything to say about us having moved? I don't think so. Looks the same. Spatial navigate. Oh, yeah, okay. Oh. And we go back to their waters. But now my vessel is going to be down here somewhere, right? Or I guess I should say our vessel. No, it's going to be up here. It's up here. That looks like it. The embassy. Oh, wait. Was it called that before? Prohibitive incoherence. Spatial thought form, unprocessable entity, non-renewable. Oh, there's two parts to it, and I never saw. This is the shore, the island, which apparently has grown since then. I wonder if it's grown because they're growing like corru and stuff. They did say it has to grow. Okay, what is this? What is this? The embassy. Non-renderable, prohibitive incoherence. Exceeds the coherence threshold, recommend repair. Okay. That's fine, I guess. I mean, I'm pretty sure I got an alert that, like, there was activity on this vessel. Did someone bring you to lucidity? I have some questions. Who is Velzy? Like in the religion, I assume? Velzy is like roughly their word for God, yeah. There's more to it than that, but I assume you're asking about the Velzy. Like the one the pilot sis was talking about. I noticed I didn't want to mention that name, it didn't have any context. Like the word Velzy was separated from its meaning for some reason. Not sure what's up with that. Pretty sure I had an encounter with that face you've been seeing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because the face is the only other one in here. And then I was out doing stuff, and then there was like, oh, activity on the vessel. So I came to the vessel, no activity was happening. You are lucid, and it turns out it may be the smiley face's fault. Maybe a thought form got messed up by incoherence and thinks it's God. Yeah, basically. Or just doesn't have any other words to use for it. Weird. That's why I was saying, I was like, why that maybe that's why that's what I was thinking. That's why I was confused. I was like, the smiley face is Velzy? No, that doesn't make sense. But it's because it's the pilot system isn't making sense. It doesn't know what it's saying. I feel like I knew what it was saying. It's just what it's saying wasn't make sense, but that's okay because it wasn't making sense. And dive? Oh. What are you doing down there? Oh. We're going to the depths? Connector thought form? I swear you weren't before. Inherited context, why you are here. The call. Can I board the... Oh, I can rise. I can't board you while you're down here, vessel. Okay. Let's go deep. Because I'm pretty sure this is where we end up. Okay, no left or right. It's just up and down. This takes us back. My vessel's up there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're at the bottom. Now. No, it's not. It just keeps going and going and going and going. How far down does this go? How far down? What is the source of the call? Hello? What is the source of the... Isn't this where we found the wreck? Or like, maybe this is where Akazet's team disappeared? I'm watching the scroll bar, like as I scroll down, it's just getting like smaller and smaller and smaller, and what the hell? This seems like some sort of call. This looks weirdly warped, kind of like the dull contrivance, maybe? Or maybe I'm reaching with that. I also like, I think this entire game so far, I don't know if I've completely noticed, has been just pink, blue, and yellow, and then black and white. Even the little bit of green I thought was on the island, I think it's just like a mixture of yellow and white, and yellow and blue and white and stuff. Which, if that's so, that's like really clever art direction that I really like. I don't know if there's any other colors. This almost looks like it's written in words. Oh, and look, this background seems familiar. Kind of like the authentication layer, but Corru. I'm going deep, deep, deep in. I'm seeing Corru. Is all this recorded by Akazet? About the down? Is this what it was like to go down? Hey, anything? Don't worry, I'm seeing this. Keep going. Okay. Yeah, this is getting really deep. Oh. There's the end. Dual contrivance. Unprocessable thought form. Unusual signature. Non-standard format implies spatial thought form. Like a one that I can walk through. Let's enter. Executing render. And this is, I think, the mind spike talking. I'm also gonna watch this because this is gonna be the first. This and this is gonna be the first things to tell me where I am, unless like they don't tell me where I am. Ah! Hi there. Are you trying to hide information from me, smiley face? Why'd you even let me in if you were just gonna do that? Okay, little guy. Okay. Was I not supposed to find this yet? I feel like I kind of lucked into immediately going right where the waters were. I don't know. And you're addressing me directly, and this is actually kind of scary. Also, whatever I was saying about the yellow and blue and pink and black and white color scheme, I think I'm seeing different colors in you. I think I'm seeing green and red. Which that's also interesting. Okay. So, is this what my mind spike's rendering, or are you stopping my mind spike's rendering to show, like, you showing up and stopping the rendering? I assume that's the case. Also, Akazet's echo referred to you as an echo of an echo, which is weird. Do you have something to do with related to the call, or are you actually gatekeeping information from me? Interloper, your curiosity will kill you. You are not prepared. What? What do you mean? I know what you want. I will help you. Restore this corru to health. Okay, well now because you're saying it, I'm nervous. Enable communications. You will receive everything you want. Who are you? Not now. Forgive me for this. Is this not going into my logs? Goodbye, interloper. Data overload. Safeguards active. Critical error. Severe data overload. Are you, like, kicking me out? A sharp pain pierces your skull. Your mind spike recoils from the corru. I'm back in reality. It fell over. Oh. My mind spike recoils from it? Okay. That's weird. Emergency ejection complete. Minimal connector damage, minor neural impact. Are you alright? Oh shit. Moss frantically pulls the wires out of a smoking processor. The room smells like fried electronics. Jesus Christ. That spike just saved your life, dude. I mean, it didn't sound like that thing was trying to kill you, but damn, just look at this. I'm gonna have to limit the signal splitter in case that happens again. Wow. It really did kick me out. I was not supposed to see that yet. And it let me know. What now? Well, obviously gotta repair this thing. We can learn so much, seriously. We've never been able to maintain corru tech, let alone fix it. Imagine what we could do with that sort of find. Maybe they'd finally move me out of the basement. But according to the fun friend thing, we need some metal to give to the column, which apparently will feed the corru. And I'm pretty sure that container we have is one of the same ones on Akazet's ship. So it probably has something we can use. Yeah, maybe. Can I lift it again? I'm just not really sure how to open it short of destroying it. Do me a favor. Reconnect and ask Fun Friend about that. Maybe it'll have a suggestion. What about the entity? It kicked me out. I mean, I think it won't. I think it has a plan for me. Oh, I didn't mean to be so flippant about that. Sorry. The sub was actually able to track what it was saying with some direct stream access. You heard the thing. It doesn't want to kill you. In fact, it's relying on us to survive, and it does seem to want to survive. I think it just didn't have any other way to get you out of that thought space. Which I guess it's just going to be holding us leverage for now. Okay. I mean, I felt it was too good to be true when I was going down deep, deep, deep. I'm like, hey, this is where all the answers would be, right? The call, everything. But no. Apparently it wants to survive, and it's holding that information as hostage. Yeah, to get... I mean, smart. But look, don't worry about it. You got me watching over this operation. Something like that happens again, I'll make sure you're fine. Well, alright. Advanced log? Examine. System component. Alert. Current mind spike log procession concluded. Static environment sustained. Log state will advance on next visit. Utilize act advance to immediately proceed to next state. Does that mean, like, is this like a save that I found? A save point? When I close out and I see all this again, I can click that and activate it to... I don't know. I'm confused. Act, advance. To immediately proceed to next state. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that quite yet. I gotta log back in for fun, friend. This doesn't give me anything new. Function signature container. I can touch again. All that's the same as it was before. You got more to say? Or I can have questions. About this job, I have a question, yeah? Where were these cysts found? Probably New Zealand, right? Ocean, down the bottom, where I was just looking in the thought form thing. So they found this stuff in a wreck along the ocean floor near New Zealand. And by near, I mean like 1,000 miles off the southeast coast. It's just that it was found so far out from anything else that, like, New Zealand is just the closest point of reference I figured you'd recognize. The thing got drifted a pretty far distance from wherever it actually fell. The estimates they put down say it's probably been down there 20, 30-ish years. Yeah, so this was like 2010s, 2020s. Because we're in, probably 2020s. 2020s, maybe 2030s? Worth all this obesque stuff I see? Interesting. Okay, I'm glad I got to ask that. Let's connect. Should be fine. I mean, I'm not gonna go sneaking where I can't go yet. Interloper! Welcome! Hello, interloper! Metal container. We have a container from Akazet's ship. We think it holds usable metal, but don't know how to open it. Oh, that is so lucky! Yes, you should be able to use that! However, without a Glazica, you will not be able to open it. Do we have a Glazica? Not safely, anyway. Ah ha ha ha! Small containers are very strong, and will respond violently to trauma if you try to open them with a blunt instrument. But if you can find something to kill it instantly, a puncturing tool, just aim for its base and it will perish. Yes, that should work. Am I really gonna have to requisition a handgun or something? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm gonna see what I can find. Maybe we can get something safer. Great, thanks. Did you need anything else? I need to go. Okay, I will be here. What happens if I just click advance? Oh. Yeah, I was like, I need to figure out what that does. Oh, I'm advanced to... Hey buddy, just in time, look where this came in. Oh, the copper! Okay, that's a pretty interesting... did I skip over anything by doing that? I don't know if I skipped over anything by doing that. Moth holds up a jingling plastic container filled with small copper tubes cut to a very short length. It is set on the table. The fractaline cyst removed to make space. So I'm pretty sure this one is dead. I'm just gonna... The fractaline cyst is delivered into a biohazard bin nearby. And... Moth raises and leaves a cylindrical gun near the dendritic cyst. My request for a gun kind of stirred up R&D, because obviously. But after I explained it was to kill a chlorocystic container, they said they had just the thing. This is apparently some kind of cattle-killing gun that they repurposed to decommission cystic tech. No projectile, it just propels out a short spike at high speeds. It's like it uses some kind of electromagnetic propulsion or something. Anyway, I know what you're thinking. Why both? Simple, I completely forgot to cancel the copper order, so we got both of them. So we could go either route here. Either use the copper or kill the container and use Akazet's processed metals. Personally, I'd go with the copper because I don't know what the container will do. But you're in the hot seat, so it's your call. Shit. I have to make a decision. Alright, let's examine this. Plastic box. Synthetic container contains inert metal. Use to feed column. Or over here. I mean, I can't do anything with this yet. Captive bolt pistol 2052 GT model. Illegal modifications detected. Kill dendritic cyst and feed column. Shoot, can I see my logs? I don't remember. I don't have logs. I advanced the time. I advanced the log. I'm so nervous. I have to make a choice. So the fun friend said the copper would work, but then they said it was oh so lucky that we had this on hand. And this is like obviously what's made for this. I almost wonder like what if this is like empty? Is it empty? Rigid outer shell. No way to connect to it. Is it heavy? He's surprisingly heavy. Turning it produces a cascade of metal clinking noises from within. Okay, so it is full. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. I would love to use this if I could because it's probably more likely to be better overall than this. But I don't know about the having to kill it. That's the process that goes wrong, and I kind of forgot about what they said. So I have to choose something. Can I ask? Fun friend? Also, is there a way I can leave? Hey, hello. Okay, I will be here. Okay, then. Oh, no. I have to make a choice. Oh, I hate the games where I have to make a choice. I advanced the logs. I can't even see. Well, then. Shoot. Okay, actually, how do I leave here? Oh, eject. That's probably what ejecting is, right? Yeah. And now I'm here. Oh no, a choice. I think I want to go with this, but I don't remember the exact order to do it in. All right, fine. We're doing it. You grasp the cattle gun and aim it away, experimentally pulling the trigger. The spike ejects from the tip in the blink of an eye with a loud hiss and recedes. You feel something rumble inside the gun as it resets. Well, all right. Let's kill this thing. I need to say it like a psycho, dude. Lamau. Move the cyst out of the way. You maneuver your mind spike and extend its utility claws to clasp around the cyst. We're not killing the cyst, right? The cystic glass of its skin yields slightly and permits a good grasp. Gosh, I don't remember. I hope my character knows what they're doing. Because I specifically remembered what forgot what friend said about this. What are we killing? We're not killing the orb, right? You pull and though it has a magnetic attraction to its position over the column, it is easily removed. Nice, don't grip it too hard. Okay, wait, the container has to go in there. That's why we're holding that up. You fetch the core cystic container and lift it from the table, holding it upside down. Its dendritic tendrils wave in the air lazily. So Fun Friends said that if you hit the base of it, that it'll instantly die. And if you don't, it will, what did it say again? Respond violently to trauma. Ah, shit. It's gonna go wrong. This is gonna go wrong. Well, it couldn't be that bad. It's not that big, and your suit is pretty thick. What do you mean, my suit? What kind of suit am I in? And for the mind spike? Do I have to wear a suit for that? But, well, if you have to throw it, don't throw it towards my machines. Well, nothing else I can do but kill it. You angle the cattle gun between the supportive tendrils. I can't look. A few attach to the sides of the weapon, testing its viability as a connection, but let it pass. The barrel soon taps against the glassy underside, and so you squeeze the trigger. You feel a surprising jolt in both hands. A crack rings in the room. The cyst's tendrils thrashing. They quickly fall limp and start to melt. You drop the entire thing in the column's cavity before it collapses. There's a glimmer of gold-colored metal, but it disappears beneath the sludgified container. You lower the cyst and set the gun down. Wow. That's what I'm saying, Moss. Wow, that was stressful. Quick thinking there. That could have been really messy if it just melted everywhere. Probably hazardous, too. I think that's it. Not as bad as I thought it'd be. How about you reconnect and check in with Fun Friend? Alright, and if Fun Friend doesn't want me to explore anymore or anything, I'm sure I have a deal with the white smiley person. Velky? What was your name? Okay, hold on. Velzy. Velzy was the name. Velzy was the name. Well, let's go in. I should hope that this works. If it didn't, we could try the copper, but... Is this gonna look different? Interloper! Great gaze! You've done it! The column is working! Come, talk with me for a moment. Okay. Yes, I will. That's Top Helper. You're very cute. Are you different now? Okay. Never mind. I don't remember what you said before. Hello, interloper! Starvation fixed? Is the starvation problem solved? Yes! Interloper, you have exceeded my expectations! Recovery will be slow, but it can begin! Oh, but where to begin? I know! You're here for information, correct? I will repair the embassy! There's much to learn there! And while you are there, I will start repairs of the SIS core components! They will take longer. Is that action plan to your liking? You know, the way I heard it, we never got a good look at the inside of the original embassy before it collapsed way back when. Oh, original embassy. Is there a new embassy? And also, what do you mean it collapsed? Then they built that shorter one that's still up today right on top of it before anyone could figure out what happened. That actually could be the perfect thing to look at first. Interesting. Sounds good. Sounds good. Do it. Hell yeah. Very well. A confession. I started before I asked, and have already found issues. Although the embassy's spatial memories can be fixed, and the events seem to be intact, visual memory of its people was not salvageable. But within my backups of vital knowledge, I found cached versions of some people's network signatures. So I replaced their appearances with those. How they presented themselves in the collective. And what varied forms they chose to take. Now go. I have work to do. Okay, I think that works. Okay, this is a question I can continuously ask. Can I help with anything, though? Fascinating question, interloper. There is a troublesome entity preventing critical repairs from within the uncosm. Is this a word? Reconstructive translation implies non-world. I have no idea what that means. I need you to go into the uncosm and delete it. So I will... Oh, that is right. Given that the auth layer was destroyed, just as I am unable to prevent you from connecting, I am not able to generate a signature for you either. That is why you've been unable to change anything, if you were wondering. However, I will grant you a proxy thought form once you've reached the troublesome creature's lair. It will respond to your direction and is capable of deletion. Okay, so we don't get a signature when we go into the uncosm? Okay, we got a couple quests now. Embassy, uncosm. So instead of a signature, because the auth layer is destroyed, I will grant you a proxy thought form once you reach the troublesome creature's lair. And respond to direction that's capable of deletion. We have to delete the entity? Because this is an entity you can detect, so it seems like that's different than the white smiley, right? This is some actually tech issues. I see. How do I... What is the uncosm? What is an uncosm? It is usually completely inaccessible. The uncosm is beneath its layer of coherence, an ocean of decaying or disassociated thought forms. For them to eventually be reformed into new ones as needed. However, malicious incoherent thought forms also hide in the uncosm, like your rogue friend. They create their own pockets of sanity and grow slowly. Rogue friend, the smiley? Is the smiley from the uncosm? Oh, can you detect it now because you're fed? Or is this just something different and you're saying like my friend? Own pockets of sanity and grow slowly, eventually breaching the surface of sanity, usually intending on usurping the cyst entirely. Vile creatures! A once-starving cyst like this is doomed to have dozens of them. So, if you help me rid of them as I find them, that will be very helpful. How do I get to the uncosm? Your rogue thoughtform friend tore a hole in the depths. Oh, the depths. Literally, yeah, the depths. Given that the depths have always lived on the edge of incoherence, it is impossible for me to fix in any meaningful way, so it is still open. Find your way there the same way you got there the first time. However you did it. Oh. Are you asking me to actually confront this entity, or is it just a different one? You said there are dozens of them, right? Oh, I don't like there being other entities here, especially disassociated thought forms. Then locate your quarry. Okay. State of repairs. Interloper! I just started! Go entertain yourself with the embassy! Ahaha, leave me alone! Okay. Okay, I will be here. That sounds good. What do you have to say, Moth? What's up, buddy? Some questions? Tell me about the uncosm. Why? There's no one else involved yet. Why are we the only ones who still know about this? Oh. Well, I haven't put in the report yet. Look, if we get to the bottom of this whole thing ourselves, do you know how huge that'll be? If I told anyone what we were up to in here, they'd snatch it out of our hands and give it to some higher-up researcher who would take all the credit. This could be our make-it moment, dude. Aren't the cameras watching us? What about the data? Not in the basement. This is an analog-only zone, or at least it was when it was busier years ago. It's a little more lax now, but they never really changed the tech in the walls. Especially since every find like this usually ends up being a dud. So, I don't get the data till we send it up. You and me are the only ones in on this for now, buddy. Okay. Sounds good. Well, it sounds like we have a lot to do next time. And, with that, that is all the time I have for recording today. Thank you for everybody for watching, and I shall see you in the next one. Farewell. And now, a words that's our sponsors.